How you guys doing today? This is Darius from Down on the TV. Welcome to the channel. Oh man. I came across this video on TikTok. It's going viral where unfortunately a lot of these women are getting pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray, getting their back blown, and then they're surprised that they're single with multiple kids with no husband and no man. And it just shows you over and over again that unfortunately women are terrible at picking men, picking partners to be with, because they only pick men based off how they feel at that moment. Like, oh, he made me feel excited. He was funny. They don't think about the long-term consequences of getting with a guy who isn't responsible, who doesn't have a job, who really is just a bum. But let's get into it. Let's get into the video.
Hey, I'm Millie. I'm 31. I'm single and I'm pregnant. The pregnancy was unplanned and unwanted, but we are working through it. So today I just wanted to share something kind of personal, little thought in my head about how I've been feeling about this whole situation. Okay, so the guy, right, or the parent, is so crazy because he was never my partner. I knew he could not be my partner, right? We're at two different seasons in life, and he's just not at a season where he wants the same things I want, and it's okay.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Women aren't retarded. Women know this guy is not somebody I want to have kids with. He's not serious. But because how he makes her feel at that moment, women are saying, fuck it. I'll let him blow my back out. He's fun. He gives me the tingles. And this is why our forefathers had arranged marriages, because the responsibility of a man or men in society is to protect women, not just from outside external forces, but also to protect them from their own nature, to prevent them from making dumbass decisions that ruin their life in the long term. Now, women won't appreciate this. Women will say you're quote unquote controlling, but society was stable that way. Women didn't like it, but it was best for society, and we didn't cater to women's feelings. Now women are self-destructing themselves because they're making dumb decisions off that moment.
So I shouldn't even been doing the thing with him, but I was. But anyway, it's like, I know that I don't want him, but since I'm carrying his child, it's like a part of me feels like I do. Like, what's happening? And then like, I want him to act a certain way. Like, I feel like he should be acting because I feel like that's what I deserve for my pregnancy and my baby. That's the whole reason I wanted to wait till marriage, and that's the whole reason I told God after I did it that last time with him, I'm never doing it again until I have a husband, because I didn't want to go through a pregnancy where it wasn't the way I wanted. Because if I would be having this baby with my partner, my husband, we're aligned and we're equally yoked by God, I wouldn't be in this dilemma right now. He would absolutely be doing all the things, calling and checking on me.
And this is what I'm saying. I. Me. I want. You're not ready to be a wife because you keep thinking about yourself. The number one thing a wife has to do is to be submissive, to be able to receive a man's guidance, to follow his lead. She keeps thinking about herself. That is not what a wife is supposed to do. She's supposed to cater to her man. But because she's using God as an excuse, but she doesn't even follow the word. So she's supposed to have her father pick her husband for her, or her pastor if she doesn't have a father. They are some men who she trusts and loves must be able to pick for her, because men know what type of man a woman needs. A man needs a woman who's responsible, who's reliable, dependable. He has a job. He has his own apartment, his own place. He's not emotionally unstable. He can handle stress and pressure. But women don't think anything like that. They'll say, oh, he's ugly. He's boring. I don't want to be with him. I don't feel the spark. And then they end up wondering why they're 40 years old with no husband and multiple kids with no father there.
every day, taking me on surprise dates, rubbing my feet, rubbing my belly, sending me flowers, all the things. And it's like, this person is irritating my soul, like it is on fire, but I'm not stressed, and I'm just saying, like, right now directly, like, how I'm kind of feeling, but I'm not really that mad about the situation continuously. Like, just a little bit I'll think about it and then I feel how I just said, but I'm not feeling like that all day about the person, because I keep them off of my mind, like, screw you. But I say all that to say, like, dang, that is so crazy, you know? Yeah, I get what I'm saying. That is so crazy, because it's like, I feel like you should very much be doing these things. And like, I told him, you know, because we had a disagreement, I'm like, you know, I blocked him or whatever, and I'm like, I feel like you don't even have to come to the other appointment, because I feel like you really don't want to be there, and I don't want to be dealing with nothing where I feel like I'm forcing a person's hand, which is odd, because he wants his baby, he wants to be in his baby's life and all the things, but why are you not doing the things that I feel like you should be doing that lets me know that?
She keeps saying, me, I. You need to be doing the things I want to do. Why you're not doing the things I like, how I want to do it? You are not wife material. You need to get your life fixed. If she was in a real church, she would learn humility, servitude, learning how to render herself, humble herself in order to not think about others. Instead of, she keeps thinking about herself. Me, I want you to do this. You cannot control a man. That is not your place as a woman. A woman's place is to be able to trust a good husband that's strong, and she follows his lead, caters to him. You need to be rubbing his feet, just like Mary did Christ. You need to be rubbing your man's feet on your knees, taking care of him, cooking, cleaning, serving him. That's what will truly bring you joy, when you have purpose with a strong, godly man. But most women want the man to be the servant, and for them to be a queen. And when no woman is a queen, that's not your place. And now we're going to see another video where we see the aftermath of, now she's realizing she made a terrible mistake in a sense of who she got with. And it's crazy, because birth control is literally free, and yet none of these women want to use birth control. They letting all these Pookies and Ray Rays hit them raw, let it blow their back out raw, and then they hooping and crying, wondering why they're in their 30s and 40s with no husband.
When I say life is so, like, man, we be making some dumb ass fucking decisions.
Not we, you. Women, a lot of modern women as a whole make a lot of dumbass decisions. And it's mostly not dumbass, but emotional decisions. They make temporarily emotional feelings. Oh, he made me feel the spark. He made my pussy tingle. He's funny. He's mysterious. Ooh. All these temporarily emotional feelings that women get hooked to. And then the aftermath and the consequences of these terrible decisions, then they want to cry and blame everybody but themselves. So unfortunately, this is why we need arranged marriages. They work best. We have to protect women from their own nature.
It's like, I know I gotta keep my baby and I gotta do what's the best and I just gotta live, but like, I just, fuck. That's the worst shit in the world, bro. Bringing another baby into this life without having a fucking husband. I don't know why I'm doing this again. I fucking can't do it. God, I can't do it.
And it's sad. This is the aftermath of modern women. We unfortunately given women too many liberties and freedoms, and it's destroying them. And as men, we have to do the right thing. We have to put our foot down and really protect women from themselves. That's really the truth. Now, yeah, we're going to be seen as the bad guy, controlling. Ooh, you're a meanie pie. You're mean, you're controlling, da 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 da. But in the end, it'll be better for society and it'll be better for women because then they'll be protected from their own self-destruction where they're hooping and crying with all these bastard children running around who are going to become criminals. And then people wonder like, oh, where are all the good men? There are plenty of good men she could have been with, but because they didn't give her the spark and the tingles, she ignored them. And this is why I continuously say, unfortunately, most women find most men unattractive because women are extremely picky. And that's okay. But the problem is you're going to end up dying alone with multiple kids and all this trauma. And then the kids are going to turn out to be criminals. And then it's going to be a terrible cycle, especially in the Black community, because unfortunately, men do not have authority to stop women from their bad decisions, which in turn ruins society. So this is why we have to bring back male authority in order to fix these things, because we're not going to stop the single motherhood rate because women don't have the strength and the will to will over their nature and be like, you know what, even though this guy doesn't give me the tinkles and the sparks, I'm going to pick him because he's going to be a great father, a great husband. He's trustworthy. He's dependable. Unfortunately, women can't do that. So men have to do it for them. Anyways, this is Darius from Down TV. Thank you so much. Please like, click, and subscribe. I'm out.